Alright, hello Team Wonder, and welcome to your first flip video. This is not very technical today. I intend to buy an iPad at some point. There's some really cool stuff I can do with it, but this is as good as it gets today. So, we have been dividing fractions since I've been back. So it's been about 3 days that we've been dividing fractions, and we've been doing them all with the picture. So let's look at this picture, this one for example. We've got 1/4 divided by 1/3. And as always, I said how many 1/3 pieces fit into 1/4, because that's what we're doing. So this right here, that is our whole as always, so we're going to circle it. I'm going to circle it in both, so that way I know what I'm dividing by. Now our very first step, as always, is to draw our whole picture here and to represent 1/4. So break it into pieces and then shade in your 1/4. Now we're breaking it into thirds, so we break it across this way, and as always, let's go ahead and label this as 1/3 here. So that's our whole. But we're not done yet because that doesn't really tell us anything, because what I really want to know is what we're going to see down here. If I can break it into the right amount of pieces, that would be better. Okay, so here's my 1/3. I have 1, 2, 3 colored in squares up here, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 down here into my 1/3 whole. But I didn't finish the whole down here. I needed to complete all of this, but I was short just a little bit. So if I look at that, I have 3 shaded in out of 4, so I know that my answer is 3/4. And that's what we've been doing for the past several days. Now there's something else that I kind of want to show you. And I know some of you guys have been talking to friends and family, and now you know there's another way to do it. And that is what I'm about to show you here. So we just did 1/4 divided by 1/3. This is kind of similar, and I want you to watch something. So I have 1/4 times 3, or 3/1. It's the same thing. If you multiply straight across, you end up with 1 times 3 on top, and 4 times 1 on the bottom. 1 times 3 is 3. 4 times 1 is 4. What was the answer we got on the last one again? Wait, that was 3/4, wasn't it? And the answer on this one is also 3/4. So now, you gotta wonder, looking at our two problems here, I've got 1/4 divided by 1/3 and 1/4 times 3/1. And they both equal the exact same thing. This is actually something pretty cool about fractions. You see these right here? They look kind of similar, don't they? In fact, they're just upside down from each other. 1/3, 3/1. This is a very special thing in fractions called reciprocals. Reciprocals. Yes, you are going to need to know that word because I'm going to use it a lot today. Reciprocals, all right? So 3/1 and 1/3 are reciprocals. And the cool thing about reciprocals, guys, if I don't camera paper, is that dividing by a fraction is the same as multiplying by a reciprocal. It's the exact same thing. Remember how adding with a negative is the same as subtraction? Same thing here. So, here's an example problem. Instead of drawing all of it out, we can just say, okay, 3/4 divided by 2/5. That's the same thing as 3/4 times 5/2. Look again, see? Reciprocals. We just flipped them on top of each other. Then you just multiply straight across. 3 times 5 and 2 times 4 down here, and you end up with 15/8, or 1 7/8. Didn't have to draw a picture, all it was numbers, and it took me like a fraction of the time. So the reason I had you do the pictures, again, and I've told you this, and I'm going to keep telling you this, is because I wanted you to know what you were doing. So now that you know what you're doing, let's do it faster. So this is called keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip, or KCF, not KFC. If you do it KFC, you'll just get confused. All right, so KCF. So you keep the first number like it is. You change your division to multiplication, and then you flip your 2/5 on top of itself and make it into 5 halves. And that is your reciprocal. So you keep, you change, you flip. And if you do that every time and you do it in the right order, it will work. Remember, keep, change, flip. Let's go ahead and practice KCF right here. So we're going to keep. You're going to change. And then you're going to flip. All right, now remember, before we multiply, we simplify. So we cut, let's see, 2 goes into both of them. All right, so now we can multiply straight across. 1 times 7 is 7. 9 times 3 is 27. Look, there's your answer and you're already done. Can you imagine having to draw all that out? Wouldn't that take you forever? Now, here's your answer, not a problem at all. Keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. All right, what if it's got a whole number? Now that's how we started with our division. So this is actually really easy. Remember, in order to change a number like this into a fraction, you just put a 1 under it, okay? So 6 over 1 divided by 2/5 is the same thing as keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. And again, we're going to go ahead and simplify. 3, 1, 3 times 5 is 15 over 1, or just 15. That would have taken you a long time to draw. Can you imagine drawing out 6 boxes? That would have taken forever. Let's look at another one. You can even do it backwards now. We never did one like this when we did it with the pictures because it would have just been too confusing. Now you can divide fractions by whole numbers. Again, over 1, keep, change, flip. Simplify. 2 goes into 2 one time. 2 goes into 4 twice. And then multiply straight across. 2 times 1 is 2. 7 times 1 is 7. And your answer is 2 sevenths. Already done. See how much quicker this is? But again, the reason I taught you the way I taught you is because I wanted you to know what you were doing, not just how to do it. What about with a mixed number? That's what we did in class yesterday. Now you need to know how to do it this way. Now whenever we had mixed numbers before with addition, subtraction, or even multiplication, our very first step was always just do it. And it is the same here. So we're going to just do it straight through there. 1 times 2 is 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 over 2 divided by 2 over 3. Remember, keep, change, flip. K, C, F. Always, always, always. So you keep this, you change this, you flip this. Look at this. Is there any simplification here? No, there's not any simplification. So you multiply straight across. 3 times 3 is 9 over 4 times 4. Sorry guys. 2 times 2 is 4. Even on a video I make mistakes. 4 goes into 9 2 times with 1 left over. Okay? Let's do one more, show you how to do that before we end this video, is when you divide mixed numbers by mixed numbers. Now that's really big, guys. Can you imagine drawing out that whole picture, having the fourths and the thirds? That would take you forever. And I didn't even show you how to do this with the picture. You can, but it would be very difficult, okay? So let's go ahead, and again, we're going to just do it first. We're going to do both of them. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 1 is 21, over 4, remember same denominator, divided by 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 is 14. Over 3. Remember, same denominator. Now again, keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. Now, if you multiply this right out, it's going to be really, really difficult and really, really big. And we don't want to mess with that, do we? So remember, simplify before you multiply. So there's nothing that goes into the 3 and the 4. But what about the 14 and the 21? What goes into 14 and 21? Obviously it's not 2, it's not 3, it's not 4, it's not 5, it's not even 6, but it is 7. So 7 goes into 21 3 times, and 7 goes into 14 2 times. Now multiply straight across, okay? So 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 2 is 8. And your answer is 8 goes into 9 one time with 1 left over. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the trick of how to divide with fractions. What I need you to do now is I need you to go onto Edmodo. And you need to go onto my Edmodo page. need to go onto my Edmodo page, sorry guys, and go and click on the quiz and take the quiz for this. Take your time, do it out on paper. If you forget how to do it, come back and watch the video. Thank you very much, guys.